Good morning, Minecraft gamers. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Fun with FlapJack Hardcore Minecraft. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to build this iron golem farm. That's right. I've been online. I've watched several videos on how to build these different iron golem farms in 14.2, and this one is actually the easiest that I had found. And so what I decided to do was go ahead and show you that I have completed it in my hardcore world. Wasn't much to it, so I thought I might showcase that yes, indeed, you can collect over time of AFK fishing quite a few stacks of iron. So let's jump into my creative world here, and I'll show you how fast and easy this can be done. First thing you want to do is set up the drop kill pit, which is a 3x3 area. And I'm using glass blocks because, one, I don't want iron golems spawning on the regular blocks in the wrong locations, but two, so that we can see what's going on inside of this farm. That's right, we like to watch those iron golems burn. Alright, so you have to set up a double, well, you don't have to have a double chest system here, but what I like to do is set up a double chest collection system in this 3x3 area. This is pretty typical for a lot of players. The lower chest has a hopper that you place crouched and connect to it, and then crouch and connect to the top, and then fill in the hopper chain 3x3, crouching as you place the hoppers, connecting them to each other. And then above the hoppers here, you're going to place some half slabs so that it will create a half block airspace for the iron golem's feet to land on these half slab blocks above the hoppers. The reason we do this is so that the fire from the lava blade doesn't burn the drops from the iron golems when they die. Because you know we've got to have those precious poppy flowers. Okay, so on these signs that you place, you can write caution and fire and iron farm in operation or something fun. You don't have to do this at all, but just place a row of signs on the opposite from the front or the back side of the glass wall. Crouch and place a sign against a sign, and it will connect it automatically. And then crouch the third time, place the third sign. Do that 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And so on the third one here, you want to go ahead, if you are writing something fun, just finish writing the words in and hit done or escape. And you now have your sign base for your lava to be dripping and oozing and running on top of. So we finished filling in the space here with glass blocks over our chest because that will allow us to open our chest from the outside. And then that block space right there, directly above the sign, not the sign itself, but directly above the sign, is where you place your lava for your lava blade to kill the iron golems. Now, we don't want to necessarily do this just yet, so let's remove that lava because occasionally you can fall into your farm, and if you aren't prepared to fight against lava and resist the effects of fire, then it could kill you while you're building your farm if you're in survival mode. If you're in creative, then yeah, go ahead and pop it in there because it isn't going to make a single bit of difference. Now, I fast forward here because I want to show you that you have to build the framework for the drop chute from the farm down to the lava blade, and you do that just by surrounding the outer areas with an aesthetic block of choice. I'm just using some polished andesite here because it's decent, but then fill in all of the sides with the glass blocks so that you can see what's going on inside of here. And then once that's done, what we're going to do is begin building the farm itself. And so I'll slow the video down so that we can do that. Alrighty, up here at the top, what we need to do is create the water flow area for the not only for where we're going to push the golems, but it's actually going to be where the farm is going to generate the golems for you. And that is in a 24 block space. The water flow is 8 blocks in length, so if we do 3 8-block rows side by side, we're going to create what was described as a spoon shape. Yep, if you look down at that, it's going to be a spoon. And the 24 blocks here will be covered with water, so we want to frame this in our glass block. And again, that helps prevent the iron golems from glitchy spawning in the wrong spaces by wrapping this thing with glass. And I did at one time have a golem spawn on a block that was not glass into the glass wall, so I've redone it, and this is how I decided to shape the farm. Okay, now you could build some support pillars and things like that to make the building look like it should be uh, properly done with some cobble walls or whatever you like to do, but it's not necessary. It's not required. I think in my hard mode world and samurai server I did do that, but I don't think I bothered in my hardcore world. Just building the farm, getting it done, baby, getting it done. So here again, not the sign, but the block directly above that sign is where we're going to place our lava, and then we want to get out of there because it's going to fill that whole thing in with lava. And then on the outside here, one block in from the corner and down at the lower half slab position, we're going to place a row of 10 slabs by 6 slabs. So when we get the frame for that, we fill it all in. This is going to be where we're going to place our villagers. And then underneath of here, I did forget to fill in that glass, so I went ahead and filled that in real quick. And then framed it out in glass blocks. Again, this is to help prevent golems from spawning in the wrong spaces. Once we have our half slab floor, we can place 10 beds on each side of the floor, leaving a 2-block gap in the center for our composters, and we're going to just turn all of these villagers into farmers. The composter covered with carpet seems to be the consensus for what is causing the least amount of glitchiness in the game, since 1.14's updates are not that great so far and filled with so many bugs, and they're working on repairing all of that. And they just released 14.3. Oh, but what it looks like from what I've heard and from the pre-releases is, yeah, we're going to lose our overpowered, awesome, amazing protection stacking armor and go back to the way it was before, which sucks. Sucks, sucks, sucks. I hate when Mojang gives us crap and then takes it away so quickly. Like mending infinity bows, we had them and loved them, and now we can't have them anymore. Alright, so we wrapped it in glass, and now we grab a cobble wall and some slabs. Don't have to use cobble walls, I just do. Stack the cobble walls too high in these positions, or however you like it, but definitely we want to cover the area where the villagers are going to live, because we don't want this thing getting struck by lightning and turning any of our villagers into witches. That could be bad and end our farm completely. If you're in survival mode, just build, like I showed you here, a couple of blocks up and hop on top of the slab that you place on top of the cobble walls, and then build the frame out 3 blocks, not 4, 3 blocks in all directions, and then fill it all in. And so we'll do that super quick, super fast. Yeah, I love editing and fast forwarding some of this video content for your viewing pleasure. Once we do get all of these slabs placed properly, the design will prevent lightning from striking any of our villagers, and so we won't have to worry about witches destroying our farm. The half slab is whatever slab you decide you want to use. I went with this prismarine block just because I chose that color of bed and carpet, so the prismarine slab looked pretty cool. But now what we want to do is we want to get our villagers up here, and so we build the standard staircase, block staircase from the ground up, or from where we are all the way down, and then about every third block place a powered rail and fill in the rest of the rails as regular rails. Grab yourself some levers and power up all of these powered rails. Turn your minecart track so that it'll shoot into the farm about 3 or 4 blocks in. Place a powered rail and power it. Then place yourself a activator rail, and make sure it's powered as well. That's going to wobble the minecart and spit out the villager. Down at the bottom, place a powered rail into a block with a lever, and then get yourself a minecart, and hopefully you're near a village with all these villagers. I, of course, am doing this real quick in creative mode for you to be able to see how easy it is to do. So I just use the spawn egg. We shoot our villager up here, and you'll see that activator rail will kick the villager out, and then it just seemed to automatically jump down to the bed and compost area because it apparently wanted to go to sleep. So yeah, you may have to set yourself up with a piston stopper of some sort to prevent the villager from getting out of the farm and falling to his death, or running back down the minecart rail staircase area. But regardless, all you basically need up here is 2 villagers to get started. You can send as many up here as you have or want, but this will turn into a breeder, which if we toss them a couple stacks of bread, they're going to get jiggy with it, jiggy with it, jiggy with it. Here they come. Yeah, some bread and some jiggy. So they start tossing some bread. You can use taters or any vegetables, whatever you want. But you see the beautiful hearts, many hearts, jiggy. And so here comes the baby. And the babies are really cute and hop on the beds a lot, so that's kind of fun to watch. But yeah, he's actually kind of stuck in Papa right now, but that's okay. I can see him. There he is. Hey, little guy. Bounce. All right. So anyhow, once you have the villagers set up, they'll start breeding like rabbits, and you can clear out your minecart track and get it back out of the way, strip it back down. Then once the villager area is all filled in with the 20 villagers that you need, the iron golems will start spawning quite regularly. And so I set up in my hardcore Minecraft world an AFK fishing area where I could AFK fish and get the overpowered loot from fishing while the iron golems were being generated and dying. But yeah, just make sure that all of the villagers find a bed. And so I zap it to nighttime real quick, as you can see, and all these guys lay down, and then we'll pop it back to daytime, and all of the happy farmers will wake up, and this farm is actually now completely recognized as a 20 villager iron golem farm. And so I'm back in my hardcore world, and this is the farm that I had already built. You can see the iron golem does actually get generated on one of those 24 blocks and is water flushed to his doom. That's right. And then once he burns, we can collect up all the iron goodies, and you got yourself an iron golem farm. So it's just that easy. Hope you had a lot of fun. I'll catch you later.